Welcome back to Past Paradise, where history meets mystery in the most fascinating ways. Today we're diving into some incredible historical photos that might just make you question everything you thought you knew about life and death. Imagine looking at a century-old photograph and seeing someone who looks exactly like a modern-day celebrity or public figure, a resemblance so uncanny it's almost impossible to ignore. These images aren't just about faces. They spark debates about reincarnation, soul connections, and the idea that our identities might travel through time, crossing lifetimes in ways science can't yet explain. So get ready to explore these eerie snapshots and the stories behind them, which could prove that reincarnation is more than just a theory. Let's get started. Keanu Reeves as French actor Paul Monet. Several instances reveal striking physical resemblances between people who were separated by centuries, sparking conjecture about reincarnation. Keanu Reeves and French actor Paul Monet, who lived from 1847 to 1992 from the 19th century, are two of the most contentious. Reeves' focused stare, sharp cheekbones, and serious attitude appear to mimic Paul Monet's face when comparing photos, prompting scholars and admirers to propose a relationship that goes beyond simple coincidence. These findings demonstrate how visual archives might support reincarnation beliefs. They were first addressed in the early 2000s and continue to be studied in 2025. Proponents argue that photographic analogies may reflect lingering memory impressions transferred across lifetimes, prompting historians and psychologists to conduct further research. Detractors, on the other hand, attribute the resemblance to facial archetypes or the phenomenon of selective perception. Nicolas Cage as Civil War-era man. An old snapshot from the 1870s showing a man with remarkable characteristics came to light in 2011. According to reports, the photo, a carte de visite discovered in an album by the Civil War, was taken in Bristol, Tennessee. Jack Mord, the vendor, joked that Cage might be a walking undead who changes his appearance every 75 years because the man in the picture looked remarkably like him. This assertion generated considerable interest and media attention, with some people speculating about the potential for time travel or reincarnation. The likeness is still an interesting coincidence, though, as specialists have not verified any supernatural explanations. Jay-Z as Harlem, 1939. Sid Grossman's 1939 image titled Harlem Loiterers was discovered at the Schomburg Center for Research in Black Culture in 2013. The picture shows a man sitting on a Harlem stoop, seeming assured. When it was first released, many people noticed how much he resembled contemporary rapper Jay-Z. The image was archived in the New York Public Library, which made a lighthearted guess as to whether the man might be the artist's distant relative. This finding sparked numerous conversations and media coverage, with some fans even making jokes about rebirth or time travel. Nevertheless, no genealogical evidence has been found to support the claim that Jay-Z and the man in the picture are related. Jennifer Lawrence as Zubaydah Tharwat. There was a lot of interest in 2014 after a picture went viral that compared Jennifer Lawrence to the Egyptian actress Zubaydah Tharwat from the 1950s. The image, which was first posted on Reddit and then shared by 9gag, showed a young woman from the 1960s who bore a striking resemblance to Lawrence, with the amusing description, "I guess you could say she's Jennifer Lawrence of Arabia." Subsequent investigation revealed the woman to be Zubaydah Tharwat, a renowned actress from Egypt's golden era of cinema. Her legacy continues to enthrall viewers, and her likeness to Lawrence adds an intriguing element to her ongoing allure. Tharwat acted in more than 30 films during the 1960s and 1970s, including Yam Min Omri and Fi Baitina Regal. Orlando Bloom as Nicolae Grigorescu. Orlando Bloom, renowned for his captivating cinematic portrayals, has been interestingly likened to Nicolae Grigorescu, a trailblazing 19th century Romanian painter. Grigorescu, who combined impressionism with realism in his powerful landscape and portrait paintings, was a significant figure in modern Romanian art. Discussions concerning potential ties beyond time have been sparked by observers in 2025 who have seen an odd similarity between Bloom's expressive features and some historical pictures of Grigorescu. This contrast shows how physical characteristics and artistic legacies can have enduring appeal throughout generations, even in the absence of direct evidence of reincarnation or genealogy. The age-old controversy over reincarnation and identity is fueled by this phenomenon, which continues to captivate fans who investigate how past figures could symbolically live on through modern personalities. Eddie Murphy and the Harlem Connection in the 1920s. An image from the Harlem Renaissance era of the 1920s, strikingly resembling actor Eddie Murphy, was discovered in 2025. A lively-looking African-American man with unique facial features that remarkably resemble Murphy's is seen in the black and white photo. In the 1920s, Harlem was a cultural hub, home to numerous singers, painters, and intellectuals who helped shape African-American identity. Since some believe that Murphy's charm and facial resemblance reflect a link to a former life in this colorful era, this discovery has rekindled discussions on reincarnation. Fans and paranormal enthusiasts remain fascinated by the likeness, despite skeptics dismissing it as a coincidence or the result of standard facial features. The image serves as a powerful reminder of how historical photos can evoke interest in the enigmas of time and identity. Jack Black as Paul Revere. Actor Jack Black and Paul Revere, the well-known American patriot who was famous for his midnight ride in 1775, were remarkably similar, according to historians and fans alike, in 2025. The theory of reincarnation has gained new attention after a recently found portrait of Revere was matched to contemporary pictures of Black, revealing his keen gaze and expressive countenance. Some devotees contend that despite the 2-century time difference, a spiritual link is suggested by the common traits and compelling energy. Despite skeptics' claims that this is a coincidence driven by pattern seeking, the striking resemblance nonetheless captures people's attention. By fusing pop culture with history, this analogy promotes discussions on identity, heritage, and the potential for souls to reincarnate. Alec Baldwin as Millard Fillmore. A striking resemblance between actor Alec Baldwin and Millard Fillmore, the 13th President of the United States from 1850 to 1853, was observed by observers in 2025. The public's interest in potential reincarnation has been stoked by recently discovered photographs of Fillmore that show facial features and expressions remarkably similar to Baldwin's. Baldwin's diverse roles frequently exhibit a dominating presence that reflects leadership traits, and Fillmore's presidency was characterized by efforts to maintain national unity amid escalating sectional tensions. The resemblances sparked debates about how historical figures could symbolically reemerge through contemporary personalities, even as historians highlight the coincidences that occur naturally in facial similarities. This insight lends discussions concerning history, identity, and the enigmatic connections that span time to a fascinating new depth. Leonardo DiCaprio as Judy Zipper. An old portrait of Judy Zipper, a little-known figure from the early 20th century, gained notoriety in 2025 due to her resemblance to Leonardo DiCaprio. The black and white photograph, found in a historical archive, depicts Zipper with strong facial features and intense eyes that resemble DiCaprio's distinctive appearance. This striking resemblance sparked discussions about reincarnation and the potential for spirits to return across centuries, even though Zipper's past remains largely unknown. DiCaprio fans and paranormal aficionados find the resemblance fascinating, even doubters who claim that physical likenesses can be coincidental. This case presents a fresh perspective on historical photographs and their ability to challenge our notions of time and identity. Justin Timberlake and his replica from Civil War. A remarkable black and white image from the Civil War era surfaced in 2025, featuring a man with features very similar to those of musician and actor Justin Timberlake. The photograph, taken in the 1860s, shows a young man with Timberlake's characteristic jawline and expressive eyes, which have sparked debates on reincarnation among fans and historians alike. Curiosity about potential spiritual ties throughout the centuries is sparked by Timberlake's ageless appeal and contemporary magnetism. Many people remain fascinated by this striking likeness, despite historians warning that face similarities can sometimes be the result of chance. This finding adds a fascinating dimension to the discussion of identity, reincarnation, and the unexpected appearance of past echoes in the present. The presidential lookalike and Glenn Close. In 2025, a newly found painting of George Washington, the country's first president, garnered attention because it remarkably resembles actress Glenn Close. Washington's robust facial structure, keen eyes, and calm manner are highlighted in the picture. Many people believe that Close's appearance and performance share these traits. Despite being centuries apart, this unexpected resemblance has sparked conversations on reincarnation and the potential for spirits of historical figures to appear in modern-day individuals. The connection, nevertheless, captures the public's interest despite specialists' emphasis on coincidence and similar facial features. It serves as a reminder of the power of historical imagery to spark curiosity about legacy, identity, and the enigmatic connections that may bind the past and present. Shia LaBeouf and the Mysteries of Einstein. A group of rare photos of Albert Einstein garnered widespread attention in 2025 because they bore a striking resemblance to Shia LaBeouf. Curiosity over potential reincarnation or ancestral ties is piqued by the two men's similar expressive eyes, passionate gazes, and unique facial features. Famous for transforming physics, Einstein had a distinct charm and vitality that LaBeouf frequently captured in his captivating performances. This remarkable resemblance sparks creative debates on how personalities and appearances might transcend time, even if there's no scientific proof for reincarnation. The analogy, which combines the domains of science, art, and mystery, is fascinating to both fans and historians. This phenomenon illustrates how historical imagery can spark new ideas about identity and the enduring human fascination with life after death. Tom Holland as Arthur Llewellyn Davies. In 2025, a young guy named Arthur Llewellyn Davies was discovered in a rare early 1900s image. His face strikingly resembles that of actor Tom Holland. One of the 5 brothers who served as inspiration for J.M. Barrie's Peter Pan is reminiscent of Holland's famous portrayal of the well-known superhero Spider-Man. Discussions concerning reincarnation and the possibility that souls may travel through time and emerge in new bodies with similar characteristics have been sparked by this striking resemblance. The image continues to enthrall enthusiasts who enjoy examining how historical ties may transcend past and present, fusing fiction, history, and mystery, even as critics dismiss the likeness as a coincidence. Bill Bailey as Thomas Hobbes. The 17th century English philosopher Thomas Hobbes, known for his work on political theory, and comedian Bill Bailey were remarkably similar, according to historians and fans in 2025. According to recently examined photos, Hobbes had a thoughtful face with expressive eyes and a unique jawline, which many people believe is reflected in Bailey's features. Hobbes' seminal theories on human nature and social contracts remain relevant today, and Bailey's incisive wit and profound humor reflect a comparable depth of thought. The analogy raises questions about how characteristics and personalities might be timeless, even though rebirth is still hypothetical. This surprising resemblance sparks fascinating conversations about history, identity, and the enduring bonds between historical ideas and contemporary personalities. Anthony Hopkins as Ancient Philosopher. A rare artistic depiction of the ancient Greek philosopher Socrates drew attention again in 2025 due to its striking resemblance to actor Anthony Hopkins. Many believe Hopkins' iconic appearance to be reminiscent of Socrates' serious face and distinctive facial features, which are well known for their significant influence on Western philosophy. The philosopher's reputation for knowledge and investigation is reflected in Hopkins' introspective acting style and deep, commanding voice. This visual likeness sparks debates on whether great minds might transcend time and the eternal nature of some personalities, even though reincarnation is still a theory rather than a scientific reality. This link emphasizes how historical personalities can eerily resurface in contemporary culture, fusing mystery, philosophy, and art. Christopher Lloyd as John C. Calhoun. Historians discovered a photograph of John C. Calhoun, the well-known American statesman and vice president of the 19th century, in 2025. His intense stare and distinctive facial features bear a striking resemblance to those of actor Christopher Lloyd. Calhoun was a divisive character who was well known for his steadfast support of states' rights and his nuanced views on slavery and unionism. Lloyd's angular features and expressive eyes aroused the same intensity as Calhoun's photographs, reigniting discussion on the potential of souls traveling through time and reincarnation. Although there's no scientific proof of such assertions, this similarity piques the interest of history buffs and enthusiasts alike by fusing political history with modern pop culture and posing queries regarding legacy, identity, and the legacy of the past in the present. Brad Pitt as Isaac Stevens. A newly unearthed image of Union General Isaac Stevens from the American Civil War sparked the interest of history buffs in 2025 due to his remarkable likeness to Brad Pitt. Stevens' powerful, chiseled features and determined stare, frequently associated with Pitt's significant roles, are captured in the 19th century photograph. Stevens was renowned for his courage and leadership, traits that Pitt's captivating on-screen persona appears to mirror. Discussions concerning reincarnation have been triggered by this surprising resemblance, with some speculating that it might be a sign of souls reincarnating over time. The relationship between Stevens and Pitt continues to captivate people interested in history, identity, and the mystery of human continuity, despite many rejecting these claims as coincidental. Zayn Malik as Joseph Stalin. Unexpected parallels between musician Zayn Malik and a rare black and white photo of Joseph Stalin, the Soviet leader notorious for his convoluted and frequently violent rule, surfaced in 2025. Their identical facial features, especially the eyes and jawline, were noticed by onlookers, which led to discussions about identity mysteries and the concept of reincarnation. Stalin's historical legacy is contentious, but the connection is made more difficult by Malik's current status as a worldwide pop star, which stands in contrast to Stalin's past. Although experts warn that physical similarities are frequently accidental, this surprising link appeals to both history and spirituality buffs. Deeper inquiries of human continuity and change are raised by the similarity, which invites contemplation of how traits and personalities could endure over time. Channing Tatum as the World War I soldier. A remarkable image of a World War I soldier, which appeared in 2025, showed a young man with facial features that strikingly resembled those of actor Channing Tatum. The soldier's resolute gaze and powerful jawline, often associated with Tatum's captivating personality, are captured in this photograph, taken circa 1917. Discussions concerning reincarnation and the potential for souls to traverse throughout time and appear in other times were spurred by this surprising resemblance. Although historians caution that face resemblances are often coincidental, fans and paranormal enthusiasts are nevertheless fascinated by these similarities. The image piques interest in the mysteries of life, identity, and whether remnants of the past persist in the present by encouraging contemplation of how history and contemporary identities can overlap. Johnny Depp as Arthur Schopenhauer. A striking comparison emerged in recent years between actor Johnny Depp and 19th century German philosopher Arthur Schopenhauer, captivating fans and philosophers alike. Schopenhauer, known for his brooding intellect and revolutionary ideas on metaphysics and pessimism, possessed deep-set eyes, high cheekbones, and a piercing gaze, All features mirrored in Depp's distinctive appearance. This resemblance goes beyond the physical. Both figures exhibit a mysterious, introspective aura and a rebellious spirit that challenges convention. Depp's penchant for complex, tortured characters resonates with Schopenhauer's worldview, suggesting more than coincidence. While there's no scientific evidence to support reincarnation, the similarities invite speculation about whether personality and appearance might recur across generations. It's a haunting parallel that adds yet another layer to Depp's already enigmatic public image. The Stalin resemblance and Sacha Baron Cohen. In 2025, discussions about reincarnation and historical likenesses have been reignited by comparisons between the performer Sacha Baron Cohen and the Soviet leader Joseph Stalin. Stalin's piercing eyes and sharp jawline are among the facial attributes visible in a seldom-seen portrait that some claim mimics Cohen's expressive face. The physical resemblance has captivated many despite their radically different public personas. Stalin is known for autocratic control, Cohen for satire and comedy. Even though specialists stress that these similarities are sometimes the result of chance and genetic diversity, they nevertheless pique interest in the potential for souls to travel through time and revisit the Earth. Deeper reflection on identity, lineage, and the surprising intersections between history and contemporary culture are all prompted by this fascinating similarity. Reflection on Robert Pattinson and the Civil War era. A recently discovered Civil War-era image from 2025 showed a man with facial traits remarkably similar to those of actor Robert Pattinson. The picture depicts a serious figure with deep-set eyes, strong cheekbones, and a unique jawline that reflects Pattinson's contemporary look. Discussions concerning reincarnation have been triggered by this surprising resemblance, which raises the possibility that certain souls may travel through ages and appear in new incarnations with characteristics they're accustomed to. The discovery enthralls individuals interested in historical puzzles and identity, despite historians' warnings that face matches can be coincidental. The image prompts reflection on how the past may still have an unforeseen impact on the present, blurring the distinctions between time, history, and human continuity. Robin Williams as Ilya Mechnikov. When an old photograph of the Nobel Prize-winning immunologist Ilya Mechnikov appeared in 2025, it showed a striking likeness to the late actor Robin Williams. By connecting the domains of science and entertainment, Mechnikov's lovely grin, expressive face, and compassionate eyes evoke Williams' distinctive warmth and vitality. While Williams' performances impacted millions with their brilliance and compassion, Mechnikov's revolutionary breakthrough in immunity revolutionized the field of medicine. This striking resemblance has sparked discussions about reincarnation and the enduring nature of some souls across generations. The likeness inspires contemplation on how qualities like empathy and intelligence may transcend time, connecting historical characters with modern icons in unexpected and significant ways, even though reincarnation has not been established. Conan O'Brien with Marshal Twitchell of the Civil War. Historians discovered images of Marshal Twitchell, a politician and Union commander during the Reconstruction era in 2025. His face strikingly resembles that of late-night broadcaster Conan O'Brien. Intriguing conversations concerning reincarnation and the durability of particular characteristics throughout time are sparked by Twitchell's tall stature, sharp facial features, and characteristic red hair, which mimic O'Brien's iconic appearance. Twitchell's life was characterized by fortitude and leadership at a tumultuous time in American history. These traits are frequently seen in O'Brien's wit and tenacity in the entertainment industry. The similarity between these two individuals from vastly different eras raises questions about identity, legacy, and the enigmatic ways in which the past may reverberate in the present through unexpected connections, despite skeptics dismissing such similarities as mere coincidence. The Spanish lady connection of the 1940s and Michael Cera. A rare painting of a Spanish woman from the 1940s came to light in 2025, displaying delicate facial traits that uncannily reminded the public of actor Michael Cera. Cera's youthful and reflective manner is reflected in the woman's mesmerizing gaze, delicate eyes, and faint smile in the photograph. This gender-crossing likeness has sparked discussions about reincarnation and the fluidity of identity across time and culture. Even while reincarnation is still a matter of debate, the picture prompts one to consider how soul characteristics might manifest in any period or gender. The discovery offers a new perspective on human continuity and the inexplicable ties that connect the past and present, highlighting the intriguing ways in which personal essence can transcend conventional limits. The Andrew Johnson parallel and Tommy Lee Jones. Comparing actor Tommy Lee Jones side by side with images of the 17th president, Andrew Johnson, started making the rounds online. Their striking facial resemblance rekindled interest in reincarnation beliefs. Jones' grim, dominating appearance on television is very similar to the stern look and deeply lined features of Johnson, the president who took over after Lincoln was assassinated. Both men exude a sense of authority and gravity that endures, capturing the attention of both fans and historians. The similarity has generated intense public discussion, even though the majority of specialists reject reincarnation claims as hypothetical. This likeness joins the growing number of historical photo lookalikes that cast doubt on our perceptions of identity and the subtle resurgence of the past, whether it's a coincidence or something more sinister. Serena Williams and Betty Shabazz's Echo. In 2025, a re-examination of old photos of Malcolm X's widow and teacher Betty Shabazz has shown startling parallels to tennis icon Serena Williams. The similarities go beyond appearances. Both ladies are resilient, strong, and dignified, qualities that have motivated generations. Serena's strong presence and unwavering will in the face of hardship are shared by Shabazz, a civil rights movement figure known for her quiet defiance and academic prowess. The similar intensity in their eyes and facial expressions, despite their temporal and contextual separation, has raised questions regarding spiritual continuity or perhaps rebirth. Even though science remains uncertain, the symbolic and visual similarities serve as a potent reminder of how history may resonate with those who embody the spirit of those who came before them. Benedict Cumberbatch and the enigma of the benign bride of the 1920s. A 1920s sepia-toned wedding portrait went viral online in 2025 as viewers noticed a striking resemblance between the bride and actor Benedict Cumberbatch. The woman had angular features, high cheekbones, and a gaze that was almost exactly like Cumberbatch's. She was wearing a veil with lace trimmings and had a calm demeanor. Given the stark gender and historical contrast, the photo's resurgence sparked intriguing conjecture regarding rebirth. The bride's theatrical composure and mysterious presence, which are frequently seen in Cumberbatch's roles, were cited by proponents of past life ideas. The striking resemblance fuels a growing fascination with how physical likenesses can connect souls across time, identity, and even gender, despite there being no known connection or historical commonality. The historical photo of a Trump lookalike has people questioning reincarnation. A vintage photograph taken in the early 1900s has resurfaced online, showing a man whose uncanny resemblance to President U.S. Donald Trump is undeniable. Dressed in period attire with a stern expression and distinctive hairstyle, the figure's facial features, from the shape of his eyes to the pronounced jawline, are nearly identical to Trump's. Though the man's identity remains unknown, the image was allegedly taken in British Columbia, Canada, and has fueled ongoing debates about reincarnation, time loops, and ancestral doppelgangers. Some conspiracy theorists suggest a deeper meaning behind such likenesses, while skeptics dismiss it as a coincidence. Regardless, the photo adds to a growing collection of historical lookalikes that continue to stir fascination with the mysteries of identity and time. Andre Gide's literary reflection, and Joseph Gordon-Levitt. A remarkable similarity between French writer André Gide, the 1947 Nobel Prize laureate in literature, and actor Joseph Gordon-Levitt was noted by literary historians and fans alike in 2025. Photographs from Gide's early years that have been preserved reveal a remarkable resemblance to Gordon-Levitt, calm demeanor, keen eyes, and an introspective presence that extends beyond the page or screen. While Gordon-Levitt's cinematic roles frequently explore complicated, multi-layered characters, Gide was renowned for his contemplative writing that challenged social standards. Interesting discussions concerning rebirth and the idea that artistic essence can transcend time have been sparked by the overlap between the expressive and physical. This historical echo raises the possibility that creativity and consciousness may be passed down through generations in a surprising manner, despite the lack of scientific evidence to support this theory. Thanks for watching Past Paradise. If you loved these mind-blowing historical photos and the fascinating idea of reincarnation, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more deep dives into Hollywood's mysteries and entertainment history. Drop a comment telling us which lookalike surprised you the most, and we'll see you in the next video.